Brian, everyone is talking about artificial intelligence, AI, so we've got the perfect man to break it down for us, scientist, researcher, analyst, commentator on this issue. Brian, you've been studying AI closely for decades. Simple question to start with for everyone at home. What exactly is AI, artificial intelligence? And give us a few examples of AI that we're all using already that we may have not even realized what it was.
Well, Eric, pleasure to be here and such a high honor. AI has been evolving along with the computer. So the beginning age of the computer, say from the 1980s, where the personal computer started to rise up, with very early proto forms of AI. It's almost not worthy of being called AI, but it was using what we call machine learning and expert systems. But what happened was, along the way, while we were trying to figure out like spell correction, right? Mm-hmm. Spell correction is a form of AI. It's really machine learning. It's trying to guess what you would have said. And it's a mathematical relationship. This word is more likely to be next to that word. And so that's a precursor to what we are, where we are today.
So we're all AI savvy already, in a sense.
Just don't know it. So if you were to go to Netflix and you had a recommendation for a movie, that was an AI algorithm. It's a vector database that was looking at your priors and looking at your connections to other people that maybe liked that movie, and was drawing conclusions and relationships. And the same is true with Amazon. You know, it's not always good in Amazon because sometimes you get recommended for products that are like, okay, I don't know how I align with that person, but okay. Right. All of Apple's products had AI in very early sense. And Apple started integrating AI within pictures very early on. They had sort of an internal AI system that would try to figure out what was going on in the pictures and keep it within your device to categorize it. And so that's sort of the buildup of where we are with generative GPT and large language models. And that's the AI that we're dealing with today, which kind of just exploded on the scene in November of 2022. I think most people just started hearing AI everywhere. And this is where it kind of started.
Fascinating. And Brian, look, you've been on the cutting edge of this since the 1980s. You've been ahead of the curve on this. And as you said, this has just really exploded on the scene into the national consciousness over the past few months, it seems. You laid out, look, Google searches, Amazon, spell check even. Why is this moment different for AI? In what ways has it progressed to the point where many are very concerned about the rise of AI? As you just laid out, it's been used obviously for positives, for the greater good, but many are concerned with where this is heading. Why is this moment different?
Wow, profound question, Eric. So there's like the fork in the road with this technology. Much more so than I think any other computer technology, because it amplifies and magnifies and projects much more than we've seen. Some may say it's just a repeating parrot of a database, right? It's a database, it's repeating back. But there's more to it because humans communicate through language and speech. The AI system is built on our language. Language is a human construct within the brain, right? We have to communicate, we have to pass information. And obviously, where we are now is we're seeing a reflection back of our own language being used as the foundation of AI. To give everybody a bit of an overview, AI doesn't really deal with words per se. It deals with the mathematical relationships and the statistical relationships of one word following the next word. So it enveloped billions, trillions of words from everything that I've ever seen on the internet to the Bible, to every book, Shakespeare, all together. And it's looking at those mathematical relationships. And what comes back is what appears to us to be the beginnings of intelligence. It's the first time, and prior to November, we were kind of seeing it, but it was out of the range for most people. I would say the last 3 years, we were seeing the growth of it, but the dramatic growth was ChatGPT 3 from OpenAI. And that's where it was free for people to use. They went and used it, and some people had amazing experiences or horrific experiences. There was very few that were kind of, they were like, wow, oh my gosh. So it was that kind of bifurcation. And that's kind of where we are now. And we're just riding that wave of innovation, but it's true logarithmic innovation and its abilities.
Great way to break it down.